Production.
What's up, gang? So we're looking at Wonderfi technologies. Here's the breakdown, and I'll go into some of the things that I think are potentially likely to happen, especially if there is a dip in Bitcoin and how it could potentially affect Wonderfi. So somebody recently asked me a question. I thought it was a pretty good outlook, a pretty smart question to ask. It was essentially, how close does Wonderfi follow Bitcoin's price? Now, you have to keep in mind, when Bitcoin moves up, it's going to affect the rest of the crypto miners and asset managers and exchanges in the space. All the crypto related stocks, most of them will get an effect from that, right? So, but again, think of this longer term. Bitcoin goes up longer term, likelihood most of those stocks will go up with Bitcoin longer term. Now, when we're looking at daily moves, Bitcoin goes up 5% in a day or down 5% in a day, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to affect each and every stock the same. And why that is because each stock has its own respective supply demand features to it, right? So for example, on Wonderfi, this zone, 27.5 cents or 27 cents. Look how long we've been struggling to, get up over this zone. It's been struggling since October 2022. It's now December 2023. We're heading into January 2024, right? We still can't break up over this zone. What that is telling us is that there's a major supply of shares here. So let's break this down. What does that mean? So quick example, again, nothing I'm saying is correct. This is just an analogy to help you guys understand. But let's say there's 1 million shares sitting at this price of 27 cents. And each time we come up into this zone, we only take out 100,000 shares. Okay, so if there's 1 million here, we come up, now there's 900,000, 800,000. We spend some time up here. Let's say there's 300,000 in this range. So now there's 500,000 shares. We come back up, 400,000. We've been hanging out here, 300,000. You get what I'm trying to say? It takes time to eat up all the amount of shares at that price. So once that happens and we eat up all those shares, then the stock's price is more likely to get up above that range, assuming the demand is going to stay. Now, what I like about Wonderfi's stock in particular right now, we'll zoom into the 2-day time frame. Look at the increase of volume coming into the stock. It has completely changed the stock's trend and the characteristics of how the stock usually acts, right? Usually we get a pump and it rejects right away. We've been pumping since the beginning of November, holding the 8 EMA. It's showing us that there is an increase in demand in the stock along with this volume, right? We have spent over a year in this base here, right? So you can call this the big booty bottom base, okay? It's nice and round, and it's shaping up in this zone, and it's spent over a year in this zone. So what we could be looking for, again, we're going to mention that 27 cent zone. We get up into that range. What happens if we need to battle this zone? What we want to look at from a technical perspective is, if we're going to battle this zone, we stay and we hang around it. That's what we want to see. Look at what's happened before in the past. We get up to this zone, shoot down. Get up to this zone, shoot down. Get up to this zone, shoot down. We want to hang out here. What is that telling us if we hang out in this zone? It's telling us that there's less sellers willing to drive the price down below that 21 cent range. So if we can hang out in this range here, build up a base, and then into 2024, maybe potentially mid Q1, we get that breakout above the 27 cent range on Wonderfi. Okay, so that's what we're looking for here. It's going to take some patience, but in my opinion, this is giving us an opportunity to gather more shares for this longer term play here. So that's my outlook. Again, we have to think long term. And the reason why I'm saying that is the we have to think the big thesis here. Billions, if not trillions of dollars over the next 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 years are going to come into this space. In particular, I can't even speak right now. Bitcoin in particular. Okay. What does that mean for the rest of these miners, asset managers, and exchanges? It likely means that as Bitcoin's rising over this next 2, 4, 6, 8 years, it's going to take along a lot of these, these plays these stock plays that are essentially the infrastructure of this industry and of this business. So these ETFs are going to cause a demand shock. There's going to be a lot more demand, an increase of money coming into the space, eating up the shares, eating up Bitcoin, providing another medium of exchange for people to get more Bitcoin. So that's going to help drive the price higher. Now, the Bitcoin halving is on the way. What does that do? That causes a supply shock. So now the Bitcoin miners, the block rewards for them to get Bitcoin just reduced. So now there's going to be both a demand and supply shock. Over time, in the next 6 months, 12 months, 2, 4, 6, 8 years, it's essentially a guarantee that more money is coming into the space. What does that mean? It means don't make this too difficult. Find stocks you like. I personally, this is not financial advice, I like Wonderfi. I'm going to buy some Wonderfi, which I have, and I'm going to sit and hold, and I'm going to wait. And this is where the experience of previous crypto bull markets and trading in general is going to benefit us, because we understand basic market cycles. Again, I've highlighted it and gone over it several times with a bunch of people, and on these YouTube videos that I've been breaking down Wonderfi. We have this massive downtrend for a year, sideways accumulation for a year, and now what we're expecting is the next 2 years to essentially bring us up into this super cycle of a bull market. That's what we're expecting. It could look something like this, right? Could look slow. But essentially, if we think the number is going to go up, what you want to do is sit, hold, don't overcomplicate, and just ride this trend. This could be an opportunity that, what happens if this happens once in the next 5 years in terms of getting a stock at 25 cents that has 10x potential? That's what I'm thinking about, and that's the thesis here. So that's just a reminder. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you're looking for more fundamental details about Wonderfi, please check the previous videos I've posted on Wonderfi. I've had a bunch of them, and a lot of those are a little bit longer, but they get into the finer details of Wonderfi's company and the subsidiaries that they own and things that they do. I'm a technical analysis page. This is what I love to do. I like to break down the risk management and the technical analysis behind stocks. So that's what I'm going to be doing a lot on a weekly basis. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.